Hi, I'm Jake, and I'm here to talk about this week's Parsha, Korach. So Korach is an absolute whirlwind of emotion featuring mutiny, miracles, murder, Moshe Rabbeinu, and almonds make an appearance. We start off a little ways after Egypt, and the Jews are wandering in the desert. It's hot, it's scary, it's sandy, I would assume. Basically, Moses and Aaron become a complaint department for the people of Israel. And despite being messengers of Hashem, some people kept complaining to them about how they were wandering in the desert. And no matter how you look at it, things were heated. And, we've seen people complain before, but never quite like this. They started to completely question Moses and Aaron's authority. So a big group of people, led by a man named Korach and his followers, were extremely upset they were being led by Moses and Aaron of all people. And in saying this, they forgot that they were actually being led by Hashem, which is generally not the best idea. So let me get this straight. Bringing you out of Egypt wasn't enough. Hey, at least in Egypt we had frog rain. Hey, take it up with Hashem, not me, or you're going to be in a lot of trouble. What are you going to do? Kill me and my conspirators by opening up the ground beneath our feet to swallow us whole? Now, us Jews have made a few mistakes. We created gefilte fish. We betrayed our faith when Moses wasn't looking that one time by making a golden cow to worship as our God. The Seinfeld finale was a questionable choice. Look, no one's perfect, but a big mistake of Korach and his followers was that he was quick to forget about the mistake of the golden calf and blamed his issues with Hashem on Moses and Aaron. But why on earth would some of these people be blaming all these things on Moses and Aaron when it was so clear it was God's doing? Do Jews get blamed for problems sometimes? Is this a common theme? Anyways, in this state of uncertainty, the Israelites were vulnerable. They had to rely on someone for protection, meals, every drop of water, probably directions at some point. It can be a scary thing. Putting your faith behind someone is questionable when you have no control and don't know what lies ahead. And it's easier to throw hands with Moses and Aaron when you're upset than to grapple with your own mistakes and do a little soul searching. Parashat Korach makes it abundantly clear that Hashem does not approve of this scapegoating. When Korach appears for the showdown, he and his group are swallowed into the ground. Now I know what you're thinking. Enough with this, let's get to the almonds already. So since swallowing dissenters into the ground wasn't convincing enough, God said for each of the 12 tribes to bring forth a stick, and that one of the sticks would sprout flowers and leaves. And Aaron's stick grew to be a beautiful thing with almonds sprouting out of it as a final message that Aaron was to be the priest. And after all this, the remaining group of Israelites said, Moses, you opened up the ground and killed a lot of people. Do you need a minute? And in the people saying this, it was a repeat of the same mistake of Korach. Moses was not a god who chose to do this. He was a servant of Hashem and a devoted follower. He wanted the Israelites to see this as an act of God, not of himself, and for them to not put their faith blindly toward a person. But after a while, Moses was able to finally recenter the beliefs of the Jews to Hashem. So happy ending, right? Define happy. There's definitely an ending. God is finally able to get through to the people that they need to trust Hashem, but for their lack of faith, they were cursed to wander the desert for the rest of their generation. Now you might say, Jake, great story, very depressing, where's the silver lining? And to that I say this. Let's say hypothetically I'm the oldest of 3 siblings, and one time hypothetically I didn't follow my parents' directions and wore the Wii remote without its strap. And let's say within 1 minute of Wii bowling, the Wii remote had flung off my hand and punched a remote-sized hole in the wall. And I know what you're thinking. Yes, I ended up getting a spare, but that's not the point. The point is that immediately after witnessing this and my subsequent punishment of not being able to use the Wii, my siblings took note. And even to this day, they always wear the Wii remote with its strap. The next generations of Israelites did the same and learned from the mistakes of the past. They had betrayed Moses, lost faith in God, and blamed Moses and Aaron. But at the end of the day, they realized their mistakes. And lucky for us, we got to learn from the story and remind ourselves to study the mistakes of the past to better our present moments. and to wear the Wii Remote strap. Signing off, I'm Uriel Decent. I'm Jake Bengelsdorf, and this has been Parashat Korach.